Nature stirs my creative juices. Photographing from the bird's eye view, batiking in the studio, or painting plein air, each environment speaks to my soul, and every artwork gives me an opportunity to try something new. My boss is Dr. Orrin Pilkey. He's an octogenarian geoscientist at Duke University, and we've had over 100 exhibitions and 2 books produced together. He's a great guy. I love him. I've flown the whole eastern seaboard and almost all of South Carolina. Well, I guess I did fly all of South Carolina. And what dismayed me is a lot of really bad development in low-lying areas. Delete Apathy is my website, and I made it to help bring policy changes to people like us. We can complain. Captain Sam's Spit is one of the wonderful victories that we've won. Yeah. So my granddaddy's airplane is a 1946 Air Coupe. My daddy was a master pilot, and now my brother flies me. And we circle, and we get low, and we get high. And in that tiny cockpit, I find visual poetry. And this is what it's like where I fly. And I'm looking to help save what Mother Earth has given us and to bring the next generation what we have. So we have to protect it. It's part of our job. This giant banner was part of, it was on the Floyd Mansion for, see, I did something wrong, but that's okay. It's 100 feet tall, and it was to bring our politicians to think about how we have 4.5-foot high tides. And this batik is dyed blue, waxed over, and then the orange and the gold show you where the high tides are. It's kind of scary when you think about it. In Alwindal, developers are trying to put 400 septic tanks. That's a rural area, and that's where you have the pristine forest and, oh gosh, I'm doing it again. Oh well, Alwindal doesn't need poop. Wade's Island is another place. It's our northernmost barrier island, and it is now going to be a preserve, and that'll happen in June. And I painted there to help raise awareness. Oh, have you ever been to Beidler? That is one of the oldest swamps in America of tupelo and cypresses. They were going to put a racetrack right nearby. So I wrote a letter to the editor, and the people in Orangeburg said, no, 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 we don't want that. And at Hobcob Barony, that's 160,000 acres. No, it's 16,000 acres. I get my numbers wrong. But the piece is 48 by 144 inches, and I got to fly over a burn, a prescribed burn. This is in my studio, and I'm waxing out the greens, and then I'll apply brilliant colors that are new to my palette for a group called Ingevity in North Charleston. They wanted a huge piece in their new headquarters. They wanted a 100-foot wall by 13.5 feet. And so I kind of like doing the math. I kind of enjoy finding out how to solve a problem. So that's a lot of creative juice right there. And Hurricane Hugo blew away this sculpture at the airport, Charleston International. It's 12 by 20 by 12 feet, and I remade it in 1991. Then they redid the place, and now I just take it to shows. The Ace Basin, Ashepoo, Cumbie, and Edisto rivers, they form 350,000 acres of protected wetlands. And I love that place. So just recently, I went to that swampy area and bungeed a 3-foot by 8-foot painting with the bugs and painted from dawn to dusk. And Now that painting's in my studio, and it'll take, 3 months before I can varnish it because it's got so many layers. You're all invited to come see oils and monotypes and silks and me. So it's easy to be an activist. It's not hard. You just push buttons on a computer. This is my front yard, and I was fighting a terrible idea, which is a car wash on James Island Creek. And the Coastal Conservation League, Charleston Waterkeepers, and the South Carolina Environmental Law Project, they all came to our rescue. And they formed with the town of James Island and the city of Charleston a way to protect our creek, which is unswimmable after rains.